Hello everyone, welcome to 4 Dimensional Infotech. In the last video, we have seen that the operators, expression, conditional statement, etc. Now today, we will learning about the loops. Loops are for loop, while loop, do while loop, etc. So let's see, we will start now. While loops, let's try to understand it with the simple example. Imagine Ria is a school teacher. She has 50 students in her class. Every week, she checks their taste and gives marks. Now, imagine Ria writing this in her notebook. Give mark to the student 1, give mark to the student 2, up to the student 50. Okay, so that's so much writing, right? It's boring, time consuming. And what if next time she has 100 students? Now imagine, instead of writing the same thing again and again, she just writes for each student give marks. Okay? Isn't that easy and smart? That's what loops doing in the programming. A loop helps us repeat the same task again and again without writing it the multiple lines. For that, we use the loops. Another example for the better understanding. Let's see. Okay. Atharva is a student. Every morning, he follows this routine. Wake up, brush teeth, take a bath, eat breakfast, go to school. Okay. So, this is their routine for this. He does the same thing every day. If I had to write his routine for every day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, okay, so on. So, wouldn't that be a waste of time? So, instead, I just say, repeat this routine every morning. Simple and smart. And this is exactly what we do in the code using with the loops. Okay. So, for that, we are using the loop. Let's see. There are the three types of loop: for loop, while loop, and do while loop. Loops are like saying, keep doing this until I tell you to stop. Just like we repeat things in a real life, computers need to repeat too, and loops make that possible. This is the syntax for the for loop in Python. This means it starts from a number, go up to another number, but not including it, and increase step by step. Imagine you have a box of pens. Now, your task is check if each pen is working instead of checking one by one, like check pen 1, check pen 2, okay, and so on. You just say for each pen in the box, check it. That's exactly what a for loop does. How it works in your mind? Pick the first pen, check it, then second pen, check it, okay, so on. Keep going until there are no pens left. This tells the computer do the same task for each time, for each atom in the group. So for that we are using the for loop. Next one is the while loop. What is while loop? A while loop is used when we don't know how many times we need to repeat a task. We only know that we should keep doing it until a condition is true. At that time we will use the while loop. Imagine you are very thirsty. You have a water bottle with some water in it. Now you start drinking. Do you know exactly how many sips it will take to finish the bottle? No. But you don't know when to stop? No. But you do know when to stop when the bottle is empty, right? So, what do? You keep taking sip one by one while the bottle is not empty. You continue drinking. That's exactly what a while loop is. Repeat the action while the condition is true. Let's see. This is the syntax for this while loop. What does this code do? We start with I equals to 1, that is initialization. It checks if I is less than equals to 5. This means it is the condition. Yes. So if this condition is true, at that time it will print 1. So it prints 1. Then it add 1 to I for the increment. Now I become 2. Again it check I is less than equal to 5. Yes. So it will print 2. This keeping happening. This keeps happening until I becomes 6. As soon as the condition I is less than equal to 5. So here the value of the I is 6. So 6 is less than equal to 5? No. So it becomes false, the loop will be stop here. Next one is do while loop. Do while loop is the concept in the Python is means using while loop. In most of the programming languages like C, C++ or Java, there is a special type of a loop called the do while loop. A do while loop means do the task at least once. Then check the condition. If the condition is true, then it can be repeat. If the condition is false, at that time the loop will be stopped. But in Python, we don't have a built-in do while loop. So what we do? We mimic it using. So for that, here is the syntax is given. While true, if condition, then it's break. Okay. So this is the syntax for this. Let's see. Meet Arrow. Okay. Arrow is having lunch. His mom tells him, you must eat at least one bite. After that, you can ask yourself, am I full? If yes, you can stop. If not, eat another bite. So even if Arrow is not hungry, he still eat one bite first. Then, after each bite, he checks, am I full? If not, eat one more bite. If yes, stop the eating. That's exactly how a do while loop works. Do the task first, means eat one bite. Then check the condition, that is, am I full? And repeat if needed, means you can eat again. Otherwise, stop. So, here is the Sudoku for this. Okay, while true, it bite method. Okay, if is full, then break. So here is the logic is that the action happens at least once, and then we decided whether to continue or stop. Why is this useful in the programming? Imagine asking for the password. Try once, then check if the correct. Reading user inputs. Read once, then check if it's valid. Or for showing a menu, show at least once, then ask if the user want to continue. So at that time we will use it. Remember, Python has no do while loop, but we can mimic it using the while true and break. It's perfect when you want to run the code at least once. Next one is the break statement. In Python, the break statement is used to exit a loop immediately, even if the loop was supposed to run longer. As soon as the break line runs, the loop stops right there and the program jumps out of the loop. Let's see in the code. For I in range 1 to 6, if I equal to 3, break and print I. So what will be the output for this? 1, 2. Okay. Here what's happening? Loop starts from I equals to 1, print it. I equal to 2, print it. I equal to 3, condition is true. I equal to 3. So for that, it can be break is triggered. Loop stops immediately. That's why the remaining numbers cannot be printed here. Okay, even though the loop was supposed to go up to 5, but it exists at 3. Imagine a boy named Arrow. His mom tells him, go for a walk. But if it starts raining, come back immediately. So he starts walking. Step 1, where weather is fine, keep walking. And in the step 2, still sunny, keep walking. In that step 3, oh, it starts raining. Arrow doesn't wait. He stopped walking and returned home. This is just like the break statement in the loop. So, when do you use the break in the programming? When an error is found, we want to stop the process. Okay, at that time you can use the break statement. Or when the user press exist, okay, stop a game, stop a menu. Okay, so at that time you can use the break statement. As well as when a search is successful, you need to continue at that time. When a condition changes, so you can stop the loop. So for that purpose you can use the break statement. Next is the continue statement. The continue statement is used inside the loop when you want to skip the current step, means iterations. Move directly to the next one. At that time you can use the continue statement. But don't stop the whole loop. Here is the example given for that. For I in range 1 to 6, if I equal to 3, continue print I. So here we will get the output like 1, 2, 3 will be skipped, then 4, 5. So final output is 1, 2, 4, 5. Imagine a girl named Ria. She is solving a test paper with the 5 questions. Her teacher told her, if you find any question too hard, skip it and move to the next. She's starting solving. Okay. So question number 1 is easy. Question 2 is done. Okay. Question number 3 is too difficult. So she will skip it and goes to the next. Question number 4 solved. Question 5th is done. She didn't stop the test. She only skipped one question and continued. That's exactly what the continue statement does. So, where do we use the continue in the programming? If skip invalid input and process the rest, or skip weekend in a calendar loop, skip empty lines in a file, skip items that doesn't meet a condition, at that time you can use the continue statement in the programming. So, what is the difference between break and continue? Break can stop the entire loop and continue will skip one iteration and loop will be the continue. Next one is the pass statement. In Python, pass is used when you need to write a block of code. But for now, you don't want to write anything inside it. In simple, don't do anything here, just move on. Python will not give an error. The program will continue running. So for that, I have given here for I in range 5 pass. Pass will do this part later. So the output is nothing happened, but there will be the no error. Python just loop 5 times, and what does nothing? Inside the loop because of pass. Imagine you are in a classroom. Your teacher says, let's skip this chapter for now. We will come back to it later. She moves on the next chapter without teaching the current one. But she does not cancel it or throw it away. She just leaves it empty for now. That's exactly what pass does in the Python. Why we use pass? If you are planning to write some code later, or you just want the structure to be the complete now, or you can say that you don't want Python to give an error for an empty block. At that time you can use the pass statement. Where you can use the pass? Inside the functions you haven't written it, in a loop that will be filled later, or inside if else or a class block when you don't want to do anything right now. At that time there you can pass the statement. So today what we see, we learn about the loops. In loop we learn that for loop, while loop and do while loop. Okay, so in the for loop with a known count called as for loop. It is used when you know in advance how many times it to be repeat. At that time we use the for loop. For example, give chocolates to each of 5 children. So we know that the condition for this, that there are the 5 children. Next, while loop. This loop until the condition is false. So it is used when you don't know how many times it will run, because it depends on the condition. So for that, keep filling the glass until it is full. Okay. Next is break statement. It will exit the loop immediately. It is used to stop the loop before it naturally ends. For example, start walking but stop if it start raining. Okay. So for that we can use the break statement. Next one is continue statement. It will skip the current step and move to the next. It is used to skip one iteration of the loop. Okay. For example, skip question number 3 if it's difficult to go to the next. Okay, while solving the question paper, while solving the exam at that time. Okay, so at that time you can use the continue statement. Pass, it is for the placeholder for the future code. Okay, it is used when you want an empty block and the Python to do nothing, or it will not show any error. For that, at that time you can use the pass statement. For example, teachers say, let's skip this topic for now. Okay, we know that example very properly. So this is all about the loops. Okay, in the upcoming video we will see the string methods, list and tuples. So we will meet in the next video. Until then, keep coding and keep learning.